FXBros.
What's up, people? We are back starting a new week. We are pretty much halfway through March, which is also halfway through the last month of the first quarter. So we're about to wrap up this first quarter. And if I just take a step back, I can't take a step back. We gotta go way back. Let's go back to 2025. This is 2025. This is, what is this? That's the first right there. Now, if I look at this chart, I'm not gonna lie, based off this low being taken out and then creating a higher high, also touching this this trend line and rejecting it, and selling back to break structure. The fact that we didn't advance lower, it's kind of putting us in a weird situation, because normally this would have been an easy situation to just say, okay, we bullish. But the fact that we broke structure here, this structure from, I guess, like the first 2 weeks of February, somewhat, the structure is sitting at 62.40. Just to be a round number, 62.40. The fact that we broke that and didn't hold, that's what's kind of keeping us in the game. It still looks like it could be a bullish situation, especially the fact that, well, we priced that right now. What will confirm that is what we do next. Now, selling off, if we sell the current support structure, is kind of hovering at 62.75, let's call it 62.75. If we break that, then the bears potentially have a good look to maybe continue to test, I guess I could say 62 flat, and then potentially break that. If we break that, then we should be golden for bears. If we, to the bullish side, if we break above 63, let's say 63.55, just to give us some good round numbers, then yeah, it's pretty much a bullish game. I mean, going from the low of the first, like I said, we go back here. This is January 1st over here. It's not. Get back lined up. I don't know why. So this is January 1st. And like I said, the fact that with this low being created, even though it broke structure, we also came back to what January 1st was. If we look here, this candle right there, this bullish push, that was January 1st. Or, yeah, January 1st, Wednesday. Didn't really come to that, but it was near enough. It's close enough. So overall, we're looking at this high and this low as far as what's going to give us the next move. I'm still sitting in sales right now. Didn't get stopped out yet, but it's not looking good. The fact that we are even this high in price, like I said, if we're bearish, we should be advancing lower. But if we can really take a look at things, this past, what's this? I guess Sunday on the 9th, on into the 16th, so that's a week right there. This previous week was just a consolidation week. So yeah, we definitely have the next week to look forward to see what's the true direction of where we're about to take this. But at least we have some kind of framework to go off of. Yeah, it's pretty much just playing these this consolidation. But overall, let's look at the range of the previous week highs and previous week lows. And the 50% range. So if we go to the weekly, one thing I can see is standing out. We're lucky about to break the previous high, which last time we did that was Monday. The week of February 10th was the last time the weekly high was broken. So this could be a weekly high breaking a continuation, or this could be a weekly high sweep and sell off. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it's looking like I don't know. It's looking like I don't know. There we go. Nice. It's looking like I don't know. I can go with that. I can work with that. Like I don't know instead of false sense of I know what the fuck going on. Previous weekly low, which is that. Now to find a range, we're gonna take our fibs and we go from the low point to the high point, and then we have our 50% level, which is the green line. Match that up. 50% of the previous weekly range. Go back to the 4 hour, and this is what we have. That's what we have. So we want to take the fibs back off, and that's where we currently at. And if I want to get this high to the T, since we are testing that, let's see if we can do that right quick. Get this to the TT. Bam. So we did hold that pretty strong. So we got previous weekly lows, previous weekly highs, and then 50% of that range. Now, what looks like the better setup after I look at this, I mean, just overall looking at the market, sales look like a better sell. Like sales look like the better trade to take as far as risk to reward. You can take a sell entry now, meaning that you're at the top of this range. Stops above here. So 47, we entering at 33. It's a 15, 14, 15 pip stop loss. Let's see how that would look with Short position. Stop loss right here. Take profit would be, let's play the lows. So we're looking at a 1 to 2.8. Excellent trade. Not gonna take that, but that's how I would look at that. Like clean traffic to the left on the 4 hour. Got a potential for a good risk to reward setup. Oh, that's not even. That's what it does. Oh, that's locked. Okay, let's do this. So we just broke that high. So we would enter here. It stops here. And a TP here. So it's a 4 to 1. Not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. But like I said, we're gonna wait at least for the 1 hour. Some kind of bearish engulfing before we jump into this, but we just broke the previous weekly high, so let's see how we react to that. Scully, what's up, brother? What's that? Shit. What you got? You said what? Oh, nice. What's the record breaking? The money sold or the product sold? Nice. That's what's up. So that is good. What you thought about the flavor itself? Like what made you pick that to go into as far as a new flavor? Was it a suggestion? Nice. So it's something definitely to reintroduce. Thing uh, kind of like I guess like the Mardi Gras and whatever other specialty flavors y'all do. So that's y'all best one. Has it been a situation where you see anybody asking for that, like the yellow cheddar one? Damn, damn. Okay, okay. So for sure, you gotta have that. That's what's up. Nah, that's what's up. Yeah, I was like, it kind of brought memories to me because, like I told you, that used to be like when I was younger. We go to the corner store, like I'm getting dill pickle flavor. Like that was just like, yeah, that was the one to have. So, but yeah, man. Look at huh? Yeah, yes, yes. Which we definitely keep pushing that out there, man. Overall, I know we want to. Y'all don't never record when y'all be out there, huh? And get some video, bro. If you want to like click the like button on Facebook, y'all, man. And all you gotta do is set the tripod up, you know, hit the record button and edit the video later. Like it ain't even gotta be the day of, and just get some kind of footage. Like nigga be dying. Like I would bet that probably would slightly turn up the business just for people to see it. Like "Yeah, I'm coming next. When y'all doing it? You know, I know that. Yeah. Yeah, man, just kinda looking at, the previous weekly range and just kinda playing that, looking to see if we're gonna up or break below. So pretty much what we wait. You break above 30-ish, 75, we'll be bearish if we break below it. If we catch a good sell, we got to set up for clean traffic, but the way that we price this high right now, it's like I said, it's looking like we might be pushing higher. I mean, a 4 hour saying that he is basically engulfed, the bearish engulfing candle. So it said, nah, we ain't ready yet. Like it's a lot of things leaning more bullish right now. Yeah. So I want to be a little bit more patient and wait for that 63.40, 63.35 push out and close above. But yeah, that's what it's looking like too. It's looking like too. Uh, um, I ain't get an update on your on that position on lift. You still holding it to expiry, or what you got going on with that? On the 7th. Okay, okay, okay. I was talking to Brian earlier, and that boy was bringing up. He just out the blue brought up the stock market. He was like, "Man, I've been looking at some of these stocks. If I get some more money, I'm gonna buy." So I was like, "Yeah, boy, nah, for real." Boy. Right, right. So yeah, nah, for real. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we can see what it's like, man. Yeah, maybe on the live or some shit. Shit, yeah. Fuck with it. Fuck with it. But yeah, uh, I didn't get a chance to look at the highest one. Crazy. I just got caught off guard. I was looking at these Nissan Sentras because I was planning on buying another one instead of paying the one I got off. Uh, but I got to look at the lease, look at my loan, and see how much I got left. But nonetheless, I was just looking at them to see the prices, and I was like, "Damn, I think I was looking at the mileage. That's what I was looking at. Looking at the mileage, and I was like, wow, like I have the highest mileage still surviving Nissan Sentra. I mean, I'm not posting for sale, but I'm thinking I'm at least see one touching my mileage for sale, and no, like that's crazy. Yeah, if it get to two, if that bitch hit two, like I got one of the one. I got Yeah, I got a Nissan Sentra that somebody actually did a good job building because these cars are not that great, and they tend to have a lot of issues supposedly after, the 120, 150 type of mileage, and I ain't had nothing major, you know? I've been keeping like I said, the most expensive thing I had to do, and it wasn't major, it was just the labor on it was so e expensive, but I had to change the fuel pump. It was in the fuel tank. So that was like, I think $1,800, and that was it. So no, nothing crazy expensive. Yeah, they are good. I mean, it's a good choice. If you're looking, I would definitely choose this probably over a certain car, but the transmission that these use, they call it's a CVT, a CTV transmission, and they just like not great, you know. They're not great. And I wanna say the newer ones, like 2000, I mean, 2024, I wanna say they went to a different transmission for that reason, so but when I see a 2019 Nissan Sentra for 60,000 less miles for $4,000, I'm like, "Yeah, I need to save up some money to buy that bitch." Like, fuck paying another what I'm paying. Oh yeah, it is. It is. They struggling. I mean, used cars are the lick right now. You get the best deals, but even the new cars, they taking a big hit on. That's why a lot of them doing $12,000 off MSRP, $6,000 off MSRP off of cars. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. But yeah, man. Let's before we get off, yeah, see what kind of news we can use very quick. Um, we have we got Sunday, nothing, just Chinese yuan news. Monday, we have a lot of news events. Won't be going live, but we got retail sales. That's what I was actually wanting to look at. I thought that was going to come last week, but it didn't because I know we had CPI. But retail sales should be, I want to say they might be up. Yeah, and the consensus is showing that, you up on the percentage year over year. Previous consensus is down. Um, but yeah, being that the CPI was pretty high, meaning we are still buying higher price items. Um, Retail sales should be higher. Tuesday, and all that's coming out at 7:30 in the morning on Monday morning. Tuesday, we got housing starts and building permits coming out at 7:30 on Tuesday morning. We also got a Bank of Japan, the yen, and got an interest rate coming out on Tuesday, so might be a nice UJ. UJ sweet buttery trade for Tuesday evening. What's that? I think it's 8 o'clock. Because with daylight saving time, this is all the times off, so you got to go up. Well, actually, it'll be 10 o'clock, and then Wednesday. Yeah, they still didn't fix that mute thing. So, yeah, watch what you watch what you say. I don't know how to like. I don't even know how to mitigate. Like I don't know. Like it's crazy because I would have to like fucking like disable you or kick you off. Like I really don't know how to like. Yeah, I can hear you now. Still hear your ass right now. Yeah, I didn't follow up on when I did send him an email talking about that, so I need to do that. Fo- Uh, that is true. That is true. Let me, cause yeah. See, I think it might be a computer thing. Maybe if you're on your computer and it's muted, it might work. I still don't think these niggas are optimized for the cell phone, which is crazy because I've been with them for like a whole year. Thursday, we got jobless claims, existing home sales, and nothing on Friday. Oh, we do. I'll just skip back past that. Wednesday morning, Fed interest rate, 1 o'clock. FOMC, 1 o'clock. Fed press conference, 1:30. Yeah, I'm about to get stopped out on these sales. Got you. So you cut that gap, pretty much that gap down? Yes. Yep. Right, right. Have you ever looked into this little side panel and looked at this thing called seasonals? Have you ever looked at that? That's a cool little chart. Now that I'm looking at it, I was listening to you talk, but I was looking at this little thing right to the right, bottom right. And it's basically showing you the trajectory of the past 2 years and currently showing you the trajectory of this year in blue. That's kind of cool. Started off bullish, sold off, had a somewhat of a bearish year, and popped up at the end of the year. In 2024, sold off heavy, created a low and pushed bullish mostly, then sold off heavy at the end of the year. And right now we are experiencing some bullish kind of momentum so far. But 2024 ended bearishly bullish. 2023 ended bullish. 2024 bearish. Oh, nice. But yeah, man. Other than that, we will we're gonna monitor this in the chat to see where we can find more continuation entries if we do continue bullish. But like I said, if not, this is a good risk to reward entry for sales. We got clean traffic to the left. We just don't have prices showing us that the market wants to move. We will have to wait for at least not for a 1 hour entry, but at least a 1 hour indicator showing us that we want to start selling. But that's not the case right now. Bulls are pushing the market higher, and we will monitor this to see where we take this for the week. And also, like I said at the beginning, we are entering in the last 2 weeks of the first quarter of 2025. So it would be nice because if we look at the daily, this is pretty much January. Let me see. This is January right there. We are bullish. You know, I can see the bullish situation, but what I like to note there, look at like this wick, look at these prices. This is all end of January, beginning of January. And the market is kind of sitting at the highs of that, but still touching January prices. So we are bullish trending, but it's still slightly consolidated. It ain't really left the building. You feel me? Elvis ain't left the building. So we need to see more from this market, and that's what we're gonna be here for. Yes, we will wrap this one up. Looking forward to a great profitable week. Didn't really have a decent. They had an okay week last week, but as we can see, hindsight, market was kind of sideways. If anything, sales worked out. It looked like they're working out better more than buys per se, especially with the engulfing. But yeah, let's see what kind of breakout we get. We'll be back Tuesday morning to chime in on the news and get ready for that Wednesday interest rate. Until then, we are out. Peace.